How are we, lads? Welcome back to another episode of Finn's Farm Life. So today's video is going to be a fairly short one. I'm out here on the reseeded ground. Basically I need a bit of help, essentially. So we reseeded this about 6 weeks ago. Now it is starting to come in very quickly now with the rain that's after falling. Things are starting to take off. It's greening up savagely now in the last 3-4 days. It's come on 3 times as much as it had in the 6 weeks prior, so we're delighted. The only thing is that I want to ask is, see if I can get a little bit of it now. This weed, see now if I can get it focused on. This weed here, so I know it's a fern, it's definitely a fern. It is only kind of a blanket weed, it only sits on the ground and goes outwards, but I've never seen it in any of our reseeded ground. Now, this ground is would be a bit heavier than our other ground. It is kind of down. We recently put in a drain along the outside with here and down the back. We cleared it all up. This was only recently reseeded. It is wet over in that corner. I'll show you now. Over in that corner over there is wet, but majority of it is fairly dry. But the issue we're having is we need to spray it. There is docks starting to come up as well in places. There's little sprouts of docks starting to show again, so they need to be sprayed anyway. But we're just wondering, have any of you come across that weed before? I'll see if I can get a better example because it's kind of a hard one to pick up. There we are, big taproot in it then as well, big long taproot, but it's a fairly broad weed, spiked leaves, long narrow leaves, and it just seems to just sit in the ground. Like, it's not growing up, it's just growing out. So basically we're just trying to figure out what is it. Like, that's all basically we want to know. I might now, while I'm here, I'm going to just take a photo of it. I was doing it earlier on, but we only had one. My father brought it up, but it was fairly hard to get a good photo of it. So I'm just putting this in here now. Chat Tiki, I think it's called. So we'll just see now if this can identify it. Thank you for sharing the photo. The plant you're holding has finely divided fern-like leaves that remind me of yarrow. Yarrows typically have feathery aromatic leaves like what I see here. From the picture, the leaves look healthy and vibrant green, but no obvious signs of disease distress such as discoloration, spots, or wilting. The ground around seems natural, possibly a garden or field setting where yellow often grows. Does the plant have small flat clusters of flowers? No. White, yellow or pink when it blooms? No. If they're hardy, it's growing in a field, need to eradicate. How do I do so? What spray? See what Mr. ChatGPT says. Great tool. The only thing is yarrow, and it's meant to have flowers. It doesn't have any flowers. It's just a flat plant. The only thing is it could have flowers, but we don't do it. MCPA, no, can't do that. That'll kill all the clover. Yeah, it's all over. Like, I'll show you here now. Like, you'll see. It's all over the shop. So I know you're on a tripod now. Once again, I'm trying to be a bit more professional, but I don't know how to use this bloody thing. But you can see it here now. If I can get that show. Come on, come down, will you? Camera, will you work for me? Come on, work with me. Stop, will you? Yeah, not broad. Down here. Like, it is all over the place here, like fair clusters of it, like. And I'll just go down along here. All a small bit of chickweed is all I think that is. over in this corner is gone awful heavy. But in fairness though, it's very cool to think, because over here we had a pile of brush and kind of just trees and stuff. Oh jeez, camera's gone to shit. We burnt just a small little cluster of kind of bits that we pulled out, and there was just ash here, and that was ploughed into the ground. And just the difference in the way that it took in this corner, where I suppose it's a lot more fertile because it has the ash, it has the what you call the organic matter inside here. But as you see, like, you can compare it to, I done another video there recently talking about it, but just the comparison between the two is unbelievable. Like it's come on savagely there now recently. But it is kind of like, you can see it there on the ground. Like, I'll get it down here now, but you can see it. Like, it's a lot darker of a soil. It's not. It is lovely soil, but it is darker. Like, it is a hell of a lot darker compared to. Oh Jesus, the camera now doesn't know what to do. It's a lot darker compared to the rest of our place. So it does hold water. But we do have a lot of drains. We put in plenty of them there a long time ago, and they were flowing away lovely. Oh no, that's not them. I just saw stuff inside the ditch here that I thought that, what in the name of God are you doing? I don't know if you can see it now, but just down there, there's stuff there that looked kind of similar, but it's a different thing altogether. I just thought for a second, I said, oh, that might be it. But it's just something we wanted a small bit of help with, because we haven't seen it in the ground. Like, obviously we have what everyone else has, like you have your thistles, you have your docks and all that. Like, we're always dealing with them and nettles and stuff, but like, I've never seen that before. And because it's so sparse in terms of going out, it's killing off grass, like, because it's taking up too much room. But we were meant to spray this evening. The father was hoping to spray, but now it's starting to rain again. So that's gone out the window, because he was waiting and waiting for it to start growing, and then it starts growing and the rain stays. So it's just a pain, because he thought if it started raining, grass starts growing, then it stops raining, he can spray it. But that's out of the question now at the minute. But in fairness, like, this place now looks lovely now at the minute, because the cows are inside there recently. They grazed it off lovely. Inside there, we done bales inside there. They grazed off over there, and both of these fields were topped there earlier on today. So this will be a fair nice clean spot of ground now once we're done. But that passage there that's over, that was only put in there a couple of years ago. That was put in 2023, because that was done when I was over in New Zealand. I brought in the Jeep into the field. I usually don't, but it's all day, it's gone from just a small light shower to absolutely bucketing out of the sky. So I'm not getting caught in that. I do not care. I'm not getting caught in it. But yeah, the videos at the minute, I know, they're a bit all over the place. Well, this one now, in fairness, I'm happy enough, because I do need help. And also then with docks and stuff like that, where I don't know, I've heard of story, like, a lot of people giving out this year about docks just being absolutely impossible to get rid of. So if anyone has any tips or any sprays that they've been using that might be a bit different to, I suppose, Dockstar, and I'm not sure what, I think it was a Dockstar we were using, but just anything in that might be a bit different that we might want to give it a go, that's working for other people, maybe something new on the market or something, I don't know, because docks are starting to veer their ugly heads again, and it is breaking our hearts, because they're just the dirtiest looking weed, I suppose, after thistles. Like, thistles are dirty, like, but docks, they're just, you can see it from a mile away, like. We also have the fields over for the calves also need to be done soon as well. They're absolutely riddled with thistles. We got them tested there like 2 years ago, and the fields are just insanely high on indexes. We don't spread them with fertilizer, like, we spread them maybe once a year, but it's just calf shit. Like, calf shit is probably the richest slurry or richest manure you can put out on a field, and just has the soil absolutely savage, like, in terms of indexes. So trying to get rid of thistles and nettles and everything is fairly hard, Like geez, like thistles down here like they're starting to just take off, like look. Like just old bad old job. But like it's obviously it was going to happen, like they're all inside in that bank there, like they're all growing in along there, so yeah, but it's in fairness now, I'm fucking delighted with how well it's come on now in the last few days, grass wise. But another maybe 3 weeks with the weather, like, because we were only saying it there yesterday, myself and the father, we were just saying that even though it's absolutely bucketing rain, it's still very warm, like it's still insanely warm. So grass is going to grow, the soil temperature is still going to stay. It's not going to stop growing now because of the rain, because the rain obviously is cold, but the temperatures itself are still up around the 18 to 20 degrees we were just looking at there, so it's still perfect weather to grow grass, like. So we were saying that we were that cows, like all these fields were only grazed and cut in the last week, and they're all starting to green up again, like. So 2 weeks time fertilizer has gone out in them, so 2 weeks time these are all going to be blue with grass again. And silage ground as well that I was talking about with you there the other day, we're aiming to cut either start the next week or the end of next week, depending on the weather. We were aiming for the bank holiday Monday. That could change, it could go to the weekend, so we shall see. It's just a fucking pain, to be quite honest, because obviously we always leave it until June. The weather was perfect in May, but if we'd done it in May we would have had way lighter of a crop than we do now. That rain has that absolutely humming as well. So we spread the Sulfamo 30 out in that, and it lays dormant in the ground when the conditions don't suit. So if it's too dry, it's too wet, it's too cold, the Sulfamo kind of shuts down, doesn't release the nitrogen. But as soon as its temperatures are perfect, the moisture is perfect, it takes off. So in the last week that has just fucking exploded. And to top it off then as well, like even if we cut it now, it's not going to show up inside in the silage, even if it has flushed from the water with the rain. It's a great fertilizer, but the only thing is if you have a continuous spell of dry weather, it's not going to give you the results. But at the moment now we're probably going to get a savage crop out of it. The silage pit is ready over. The day we're put it in, the sheets will go up on the sides, and away we go. But that's the home place now. I don't have much more to do. I'm going back to work on Saturday, but tomorrow I have a bit of work to do around the house, so I probably might video that. I'm just putting down a bit of weed proof stuff and putting down a bit of stone and doing a bit of tidying up around the house, if the weather holds okay. But yeah, that's all I'm asking for in this video, lads. If you could just give me a small bit of help with what that weed is. If it is that yarrow that I was saying, let me know, and let me know if you experienced it, and let me know what's the best way of getting rid of it without killing clover, because we have a pile of clover in this field and we want it to stay. So if you've any way of getting rid of that without killing clover, and also the docks as well, if there's any different way lads are working with that, let me know. So that's the end of today's video. Thank you all for watching. New videos every Wednesday, Friday and Sundays. Like, subscribe, do all the good things, and I will talk to you in the next one.